Missed calls disappearing on iOS 26, how I solved it. I remember the first morning after updating my iPhone to iOS 26. I left my phone charging on the desk, came back an hour later, and it looked quiet. No missed calls, no alerts. Later, a friend asked me why I ignored their call. That's when I realized my phone wasn't showing missed calls at all. At first, I thought maybe it was just one glitch. But then it happened again. The calls were coming in, but my iPhone wasn't recording them in the call log. Imagine missing a job interview call or an urgent update, and your phone acts like nothing happened. That's when I decided to dig in and fix it. The first thing I checked was notifications. I went to settings, notifications, off phone, and, sure enough, some of the toggles were off. I turned on allow notifications and made sure alerts showed on the lock screen, notification center, and banners. Next, I checked focus mode. With iOS 26, focus settings are powerful, but sometimes too powerful. My phone was stuck on Do Not Disturb from the night before. Once I turned it off, calls started appearing again. But there was more. I noticed that Silence Unknown Callers was enabled under Settings of Phone. That feature can block unknown numbers from showing up as missed calls. I switched it off and tested again. The missing calls finally started showing up in the log. To be safe, I also restarted the iPhone. Sometimes after a big update, a quick reboot clears out hidden bugs. And just to cover all bases, I reset my network settings under Settings, General, Reset Network Settings. It didn't wipe my data, but it did refresh how my iPhone connects with the carrier. After all that, the missed calls began showing normally again. It was such a relief, no more worrying about silent calls slipping by. So if your iPhone on iOS 26 isn't showing missed calls, here's what worked for me. Recheck phone notifications. Turn off focus, Do Not Disturb. Disable Silence Unknown Callers. Restart your iPhone. Missed calls disappearing on iOS 26, how I solved it. Reset network settings if needed. And finally, make sure you're on the latest iOS and carrier update. Once I went through these steps, my phone was back on track. Now, whenever someone calls, even if I can't pick up, I know the missed call will be right there waiting for me.